It's your friendly neighborhood laser lady. So everyone's been saying skip the laser on the Bambu H2D, buy the printer only version, get a dedicated laser machine instead. I've seen it on Reddit in the comments. I've even seen it on the big review channels here on YouTube. You know, the ones that spend 20 minutes talking about the 3D printing and then tacked on the laser stuff at the end like they forgot they even got it. I've been working with lasers now for 12 years on a professional level, so I'm not going to tell you whether this is a good 3D printer. 51 other channels have already done that. I'm going to tell you whether this laser is worth your money, and we're going to prove it with some real product ideas. Let's dive in. So this is my very first 3D printer, and it's a really nice one. I have nothing to compare it to, but it just is. Look at it. It dries your filament, it switches colors easily, and reduces waste with 2 print heads. Cool beans. Now the laser head, that's what I'm most interested in, so let's set it up into laser mode. Pop off the AMS, which stands for Automatic Material System, and there's enough slack to just set it aside. Remove the top plate. The laser module attaches with just one clamp on the side. Hook up the power to the print head. Run the air assist along the same path as the filament line. Swap your print plate for the laser plate. Snap the emergency stop button on the side. Boom, and you're done. Here's the thing nobody tells you. The air assist is built into the machine, no external pump hanging off the side. It's actually a big deal because on most desktop diode lasers, you're dealing with a separate air pump, a separate hose, and a separate power supply. This one is all encapsulated like a 3D printer, which it is. Now the autofocus. If you've ever used a diode laser, you know focusing is the #1 thing that ruins your day. With other machines, you're physically raising and lowering the head with a knob, hoping you get it right. This uses a LiDAR sensor, the same thing it uses on the 3D printing to autofocus pretty much whatever you put in there. Focus is where most laser beginners fail and think their machine is broken. It's not broken, it's just out of focus. This machine fixes that for you. Project #1, engraved wall hanging, laser only. Alrighty then, project #1, and this is going to be our baseline. Laser only, no 3D printing yet. I scored this tree slice board from the thrift store for $3. Nice. It's got that whole rustic farmhouse thing going on, but I'm going to engrave my new Learn with Laser Lady logo on it. The bird's eye camera on the machine is genuinely useful. I drop my design into the Bambu suite. It shows me exactly where it's going to land on the board. I can see the board, position my design right where I want it. Plus, no measuring the thickness, no guessing. It does that automatically. And here's what I love. You get a live feed of the laser running. You get to actually watch it work in real time without staring at a green tinted door like a weirdo. And there's an app for that, so you can see it on the go, except we don't want to do that because it's a laser and we're going to start a fire, so keep that in mind. So a $3 board, about 10 minutes of engraving. After finishing this up with some stain, I would sell it at a craft show for maybe like $40. And I'm not theorizing, that's something I actually do. So the laser, I'm gonna say check, it works, it looks great. Let's combine some 3D action into this. Project 2, personalized phone stand combo. Now here's where it gets fun because everything I just showed you, any laser can do that, but this next project will show you what a combo machine does that a standalone laser cannot. First, let's switch this back to 3D mode. You can see the whole switcheroo in my setup video, but as you can see, it's a pretty simple process. You will need to recalibrate, which the machine will be constantly reminding you of. Time to 3D print the phone stand. I grabbed this file right off MakerWorld, which is Bambu's own platform, so it transfers right into the Bambu Studio, easy breezy. Now to print it out, I made 2 because batching is what it's all about. Side note on files, I will link all the 3D files used down below. I don't have the commercial files to sell these, so if you're interested in selling these product ideas, make sure you check the licensing required to do so. Now look at that, it sure works. It holds a phone, but here's the thing, who's paying $30 or even $10 for a 3D printed phone stand? Nobody. It looks 3D printed for a good reason. But watch this. Back in laser mode, I laser engraved and cut a thin piece of faux leather, name, monogram, a quote, whatever the customer wants, then adhere it right to the back of the stand. I even put a few little sticky cork pieces on the bottom for a bit of grip and added value. Same phone stand, couple extra minutes. Now it's a desk gift. Now it's something you engrave with someone's initials for Father's Day. Maybe a deal you get with a business for their company picnic swag. Now it has more purpose than a $2 craft show sale. It's a gift with meaning and higher profit margin. Project 3, small business QR code stand. Combo. One hot product circling around is QR code stands for small businesses. And a hot product means what? Product demand. But what do you do when everybody else is making these? You give up. That's what. Just kidding. You differentiate. Difficult to spell, easy to do. We are going to combine the power of the 40-watt diode laser and our 3D capabilities to make something truly different, but with the same purpose. I got my 3D expert son to create QR code files for me. The H2D 3D printer can easily squeeze this out with its 2 extruder heads. Its super smart AMS holds both colors and knows which one is where and will swap the colors around all by itself. This looks great, nice and sturdy. The QR code is clean and crisp and ready to be put on the insert. This is where things get really fun. Do we use wood, acrylic? Since this is a diode laser, clear acrylics are off the table. I have red and black acrylic handy, so let's try that out first. Of course, it engraves and cuts just as it should, but the customer wants what they want, right? So let's try this design with some wood. I have some sable here too. I'm digging the wood vibes, so let's go down this route. Now, I don't see a lot of dual products like this out there. Usually if you make 3D things, it's all 3D printed. If you make laser things, everything's laser cut and engraved. This is where having both machines is actually pretty cool. It saves you on space and doubles your making power. Project 4, jewelry tray with cork insert. Combo. Okay, this one's my favorite. If you've watched me before, you might know that I have a laser cut jewelry business. I have been looking to add complementary products, and I think I've just stumbled across something amazing. 3D printed jewelry tray, cute shape, very trendy, holds rings and earrings. What more could you want? Again, file right off Maker World, tons of free jewelry tray designs out there. Just don't forget to check for those commercial licenses. A 3D printed jewelry tray by itself, I don't know, $5 to $8, maybe at a craft show, maybe if you're lucky. Earrings slide around though, the rings don't sit pretty, it just feels super unfinished. And me personally, I can't stand a half-assed product, so let's finish this thing up. First, a cork insert. Cork is scary to work with, but the Bambu Suite program, it knows the settings it needs, so it won't set my house on fire. I also cut one out for the bottom, a perfect place for a logo, by the way. Now it's a gift. Customize it, and it's what you give your bridesmaids, or a keepsake for a sweet 16 birthday. $25 to $35. And the cork insert, that takes like 3 minutes on the laser. It could be leather, heck, it could even be resin if that's your thing. Are you sensing what the main point I'm trying to get across is? Finished products sell for more. Custom products sell for more. Things people don't typically experience at craft shows especially sell for more. The Honest Comparison. The H2D has better software integration, built-in air assist autofocus, the camera system. My other lasers either have none or just some of those features. One thing to consider if you don't have a laser is that the H2D laser bed is about 12 by 12 inches. That's on the smaller side, but it does have what most other lasers don't have. Like you could engrave a helmet and also 3D print the helmet. The 40-watt laser upgrade adds a good chunk of money to the base H2D price. For that same money, you could buy a different dedicated laser with a bigger bed, but no 3D printer, no camera, no autofocus, no height, No one machine convenience. Now let me warn you about the stuff that the marketing doesn't really show you. First, the residue. After running the laser, there is soot and residue inside the machine. The exhaust fan is genuinely powerful, like way more than I thought it would be, but it's not magic. Open the door after a cutting session and you'll see it on the walls, on the rods. Now, is that going to destroy your 3D prints? Probably not. I printed after lasering and had zero adhesion problems because the laser plate is separate from the print plate, but you do need to wipe things down often. But you have to do that with regular lasers too. Those get plenty dirty and it's crucial you keep them clean. So for everyone worried about that, don't. Next is no light burn. You must use Bambu Suite's laser software. It works speed, power, design, camera, but it's not light burn if that's more your jam. Finally, it's just one at a time. You can't 3D print and laser at the same time. Obvious, I know, but when your 3D print is running for like 12 hours and someone wants a quick engraving, well, you gotta wait. If you're good at planning, then you 3D print everything you need, switch over, and then laser everything you need. And there's actually the plotter. We haven't even talked about it. We can cut vinyl, custom stickers, iron-ons, and more. That actually doubles or triples the kinds of projects you can make with this machine. If you're a crafter who struggles with picking a lane, then this machine has every road open for you and the traffic is fine. The business verdict. Let's add up what we've made today. Wall hanging, 40 bucks. Phone stand, let's say $20. QR code stand, 45. Jewelry tray set, 20. Yeah, that's 120 bucks. Whether you agree to these pricings is one thing. Whether we can get customers to agree to this price is what really matters. And with these customizations, we are giving them some pretty good reasons. None of these required me to own 2 machines. None of them required me to clear more space. And every single combo product would be impossible to make with just a laser. You need the 3D print and the laser working together. So here's my verdict, 3 options. Option 1, you buy the laser combo if you want to add laser products to your business without buying a second machine and you already have like a 3D printing workflow going. This is the dip your toe into lasers option, and it's a really good toe dipping machine. Option 2, skip the laser if you're primarily a laser business. A CO2 will always outperform this for bigger production work. It's got a bigger bed, faster speeds, you could do clear acrylic. This laser is probably not replacing your main machine, but the 3D printer is top-notch, super amazing. You'll have so much fun with it. Option number 3 is a bit of a mind frame thing. The H2D's laser is a customer acquisition tool. You use it for custom and personalized orders for random test pieces at craft shows, like the exact stuff I showed you. And then you do production run for the winners in your bigger machines like laser and other 3D printers. This machine was built for crafting and prototyping. You might not be prototyping machine parts, but products need to be tested also, not just with customers. That jewelry tray, for instance, that's a phase 1 product. Maybe phase 2, I make a mold and cast them in ceramic. Then I get them glazed and they're 75 bucks a piece. That never would have happened if we didn't experiment. So, are you a team combo machine or team dedicated laser? Let me know in the comments. I will read every single one of them and I'd love to start a conversation. Subscribe so you see my next projects that I make with the H2D. Hint, it's going to be something I can wear. And if you want to see how easy it was to set up, then check out my unboxing video right here. Thank you so much for watching and happy crafting!